Good evening to those who listen. It's July 31st, 2023. It's 11:42 p.m. now. I've been trying to get this video made. I've been so busy with everything going on that I haven't been able to do it, but I want to get this done. So I recorded it in the private mode so I could just publish it. If I did it live, then there'd be a lot of people chatting and stuff, and it's going to take a long time as it is. I'm trying to make this as short as possible, but and still cover everything. Okay, so I've been I've been house sitting for a friend, and he has Apple Plus. So I was looking just to find something to watch, and I found this, and it's just a really weird. So many weird coincidences of me even finding this, and then some of the stuff that's actually in the news at the same exact time. It's weird. And um, yeah, I got it on here. I think. Um, I got a whole bunch of tabs in here. So, oh gosh, no, don't tell me it's gonna have problems. Okay, there we go. Okay, so where do I even start on this? Okay, so it's a show called Invasion. It's supposed to be uh, about an alien invasion, but it's weird how it's going. I've watched 4 episodes, and the aliens still haven't invaded yet at this point of where I'm at. There's 10 episodes altogether, and then the new season starts um, August 23rd this year. So in less than a month, and the new one starts. Gosh, this is weird. Um, all right, so in the I'm going to hold on. Let me share. It's going to be not going to be easy to do, but let's see if I can do it. All right, so here's just a little thing here. I'll put up a bunch of stuff here. I thought it was also very strange over here. The thumbnail that's right here. It's weird. It's showing to me. It looks like a planet. I don't think it's the moon because when you see the credits, the opening credits for it, it looks way too big. And the moon, yeah, unless the moon got closer to Earth, it's got to be another planet, and it's just you eclipsing. And if it was the moon and it was still where it was, it wouldn't have. It was way too big, way, 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 way too big. So I thought that was very strange in itself. So it's really slow. So I think that's why it didn't do very good, because it mainly focuses on 5 different families, 5 different people's perspectives, and they're all over the world. But it's kind of cool because you think about uh, what would happen if this really did happen, because of course I guess rumors of wars because they think that it's war. They think other countries, and of course they blame Russia. But I guess they didn't at the beginning, at least in where I'm at. They believe it's a war, and they believe it's terrorist attacks happening, and they don't know that it's at this point aliens. So, oh gosh, this thing is crazy. Okay, so the thing that got it started for me, let me get rid of this now and go to the next one. Okay, first off, let's go back. Let me go to do this. The show came out. The first episode was, and the first 3 episodes actually were on October 22nd, 2021. There was some things in the news. There was this, but there were some interesting things that happened on the same day that this came out, and this is one of them. I always thought it was crazy. This is when everybody should have known better. How can you mix and match Mix and match those. Come on. Here's just some more of the news. Look at this. And then we'll get into these bio labs coming up, which is very crazy in itself, too. And then there's some more stuff there. But, okay. So moving on. That was just to tell you what happened on that day. Okay. Next on the list. I'm going to try to do this quickly, but at least try to cover everything. Why is that there? It's in the wrong order now. Why? Weird. Now, that's not very nice. Why is it out of order? Yeah, it should be that. What happened? Did it go to the bottom? Oh, it did. It went to the bottom. Weird. Okay. So, when I'm watching the very first episode, there's a Japanese woman, and she's the communications, I guess, head of JASA, which is like the Japanese version of NASA. And they're flying a shuttle, and I guess they're involved. And on the wall, there's a poster of The Man Who Fell to Earth with David Bowie. It was different than what this one shows here, but I don't know if there's a poster. But this movie was from 1976. Getting a bunch of notifications all at once here. It was in 1969, and no, wait. It was 76. I'm getting the other one mixed up now. All right, so this was David Bowie's very first leading role in a movie. So it was based on a 1963 novel of the same name. So anyway, oh, that was weird. What was that? Oh. Huh. And there's also now a new one too, a new series that came out last year. And I guess there was one season and it was not renewed. And that one came out in 2022, so last year. And it was based on this movie and book, but it was a little bit different. In this plot, I'm going to try to just explain it as quickly as possible here without going through everything because he comes down, he's a humanoid alien, and it's weird because I don't know I've never seen the movies and stuff from this actual movie, but from the other series, the new series that just came out, he has slit eyes, so I'm guessing like reptilian. So he comes and lands in New Mexico. Yeah, that's another weird thing too. But anyway, what's happening is his home planet is having a drought and they need water. So he comes down and he's trying to take water or the technology to get water back to his home planet. I don't know how he could take enough water back to his planet on a ship, but that was the basis of this movie. Okay, so he uses advanced technology of his home planet to patent many of it. Okay, that's yeah. So anyway, he becomes kind of famous, I guess not famous, but he gets a lot of wealth because he's part of an Arizona technology-based conglomerate. And here's another thing that's weird too: WEC sounds awful close to the WEF. Okay, let's try to go through this fast. But there's so much here that it's so crazy. So apparently, he's a fuel technician. No, there's a guy that is fuel technician. he the job was okay. So so this guy here, Bryce, he gets the job as a field technician with the company or the conglomerate, and then becomes the Newton, which is the alien, his friend. And then I guess he notices that he seems not as much human, but alien like. So he plants a camera with a special X ray camera, and that's how he sees that he's uh, an alien. And here's another one, X. Remember that. There's lots of X's that are going to be coming up. Whoa. X everywhere. X, Planet X. X instead of Twitter. It's just a lot of stuff. And there's more. It's just, but it's going on. So there's that. Next, please. Okay, so now, next tab. Oh, I see what's happening. It's going to the top now. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the TV series, the new one. But in this one, it's like the same thing. This guy comes down, but this time he's to fight climate change. So his planet is having the same problems as Earth. Darn. Can I rewind this? There was something I saw. There was something I saw with all those numbers and stuff. I didn't get a chance to freeze it the last time. It's not working now. Come on. Play. Oh. What happened? That was weird. There. I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. Right, anyway. He's in order to save his planet from climate change, he's got to save Earth from climate change also. So there's the premise of that. Moving on. This just gets weirder and weirder. All right, so bear with me on this, guys. This is crazy. So, so the man fell to Earth, 1976. David Bowie came back to transport water back to his planet, and he works for WEC, which is very close to WEF. Originally, they were going to get writer Michael Crichton to make the script for this movie. And that's where we go down another rabbit hole with Michael Crichton. It's crazy. So his first book was The Andromeda Strain. At least that's his first big book. His first big book that went a bestseller. Now, The Andromeda Strain is an outbreak of deadly extraterrestrial microorganism. It's a secret government project in Piedmont, Arizona. The Air Force is sent to retrieve Air Force is sent to retrieve a military satellite. Says it may contain an extraterrestrial contaminant. So they activate Wildfire Protocol. That was the name. The Wildfire Team is the name of a team that they put together. And so then they believe that the satellite is designed to capture upper atmosphere microorganisms for bioweapon exploitation. And it returned with a deadly microorganism that kills people through, let's get ready for this, nearly instantaneous blood clotting. 1969. What? So I had a theory here. What if the wildfires are killing those microorganisms in the upper atmosphere? Maybe they did these wildfires on purpose. And this is all crazy stuff. I just also want to say, I'm not saying that any of this is true. This is all speculation. This is all wild, crazy theories, but it's so crazy how all of this happened. So, we also have the me get off of this one and go back again. We also have the brand new, just a couple days ago, the there it is. The mysterious Chinese biolab discovered in remote California city. Now, that seems awful crazy. So let me get to the next one. It's just crazy. So here's another one. So this lab had all these viruses. It detected this one, HIV, hepatitis, herpes, and they had 1,000 mice, and I guess 2 of them were already dead. But these are infectious agents, and there's also, it says 20 potentially infectious agents. So that could have, possibly been released into the world, into the area, into whatever, and another biotech. It's just weird. Okay, there's another one really fast to get to. This one. Just doing it really quick here. So bioengineered mice, infectious agents, 30 refrigerators and freezers, incubators, and more. See, it's weird too because they had a simple garden hose that was illegally attached, coming out of a wall. I wonder if they were releasing stuff into the atmosphere. I don't know. Crazy stuff. 800 different chemicals on the sites. It's just crazy. 1,000 lab mice, 200 were already dead, and they had to euthanize the rest. So that's just crazy. All right, moving on. Trying to do this as quick as possible. Oh no, don't have it. Oh no, my computer's messing up. What's going on? Okay, so next on the list. Yes. Okay, so going back to Michael Crichton again. So, come on, what's happening? Don't mess up. Also he had Jurassic Park, of course. All the Jurassic series, and that was getting the DNA from the dinosaurs and getting them back to life. So they're using DNA. So there's another weird thing, DNA. But then the next one, or I should say the last book that he wrote before he died was 2006, and it was Next. So if you look at Next over here, it's weird too. Look at the barcodes. The X is red and stands out. So there's another X. But here we go again. Now, look at this plot summary for his last novel that he did. Another Biogen, biotechnology startup company. All right, so let me see if I have some notes on this. So Biogen, biotech startup, this guy sues the company for using his cells. And then I put in question mark, stem cells? The company put human genes into chimpanzees while working at NIH, which is weird too. I don't know, where's that in here? So they were taking his genes. He had special ones, I guess. There it is, NIH. Can't make this stuff up. So they were making, they unexpectedly made a transgenic chimpanzee. So it has like human qualities and chimpanzee qualities too. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so where are we going next? So much. Unbelievable. Okay. Okay, so I guess that was it for that. So that takes care of the first episode, first 2 episodes. Okay. Next is which is really strange. So I'm gonna go with this one first. So in the 3rd episode, wait, first let me go back again. Okay. What if they wind up saying that the aliens brought a virus down, and that's what is, making these people disappear? They're gone. No longer, not missing, but no, just through blood clots. What if the people that have the the jibby jab, are more apt, or are the ones that this will happen to? Now we got the Deagle report that's saying that there's going to be a huge depopulation event that's happening supposedly by 2025. Well, we're really close to 2025. What if, and I just heard this thing and I'm watching it. I just watched it. Jacob Israel has this thing right now. Planet X Now, Nibiru discovered. But in this thing, there's I don't know, where is this from exactly? But they're claiming now that for years that the aliens have provided a message to our leaders, and their message is that we need to depopulate the planet and fully align with the leftist agenda. Now, that's just some weird stuff. I don't know if you can hear this in the background. Let's see if we can play it. Listen to this.
Same day, almost the same day. What are the odds? I think personally that we're going to be hearing a lot more about the old space aliens. That's what I think.
I'd like to read 2 pages from advice from the extraterrestrials. Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect this secret. Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence.
I think,
So what if that is something too? We had the Georgia Guidestones blow up or, be destroyed. And then, it was partially destroyed, but then they had to tear them all down, which is I thought was awful strange too. And I don't remember exactly, but I think that was last year too. I wrote it down somewhere, but it was weird too, because that was something I was looking into last week or a week before that even. I don't remember what I did. I thought I wrote something down on, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But all right, it keeps going on, and I don't want to take too much time because we're already going here. All right, so the next thing on the list here. So we get to episode 3 now, and it's episode 4. No, it was episode 3. It's episode 3, I thought. No, it was episode 4. Okay, episode 4, which is also another. I'll get to that in a second. But first off, I'm going to do this all in order. The National Guard is coming in, and there's all these people in the motel, and they're telling them that they have to evacuate. And he says on the loudspeaker, I'm guessing this is the National Guard, saying that anyone living in Center, Blair, or Clinton County, you need to evacuate. And then he's trying to tell directions of where they need to go. And so I looked it up. When I put it in, it came up with Pennsylvania. So we had Center and Clinton counties in Pennsylvania. So maybe they were in Pennsylvania. But then I got another really weird thing that happened. So where's the Blair? So check this out. Now this is where it gets really weird. What is the odds of this happening? And this was last year. So Bill Clinton and Tony Blair have a warning for the progressives. And this was, where's the date? It's supposed to be 2022. Write it down. No, I didn't write it down. Where's the date on this? There it is. June 2nd, 2022. So it was last year. So literally a year and 2 months ago. So they are trying to start a new party or get people interested in this new idea, or what's the word I'm looking for? A labor party? No. Anyway, let me go all the way down here. I don't want this to take too long. You know, you can look this up yourself. It's on Politico. Clinton, Tony Blair warning for progressives. So the alternative to the vital center is the dead center. So I thought that was really strange. So we had Center, Blair, and Clinton, and then this. So I thought that was really, really strange that came up like that. So supposedly Blair and Clinton had the same ideas. It's about the Democratic and the Republicans being like dead center. So they're being in the middle of everything, if that makes sense, I guess. Trying to come up with where it says, you know, exactly what this is supposed to be. It's like a different party, like a third way, a new brand of politics. There we go. So it's like taking some of each side, but making it right in the middle. So I thought that was weird. What's the odds of that show? And then this, and I don't know. It's just weird. Moving on. I didn't want this to be too long, but I can't help it. Got to get through everything. So then the next episode, which was, no, that's the same episode that this happened in, episode 4. The episode name was called "The King is Dead, Long Live the King." And I was like, what? Wait a minute. So in this series, there's these kids, and they live in England. And there's there's a big story with that. You know, one kid is getting bullied by another kid, but their bus crashes. They blame it on the kid because he has a seizure, like right before the aliens or whatever did something where, and then blew up the road kind of, and then they veered off the road and went over a cliff. The bus driver wound up dying, and then the kids had to make it on their own. But one of the kids wound up saying, "You're not king anymore," you know, meaning there was this one kid that he thought he was going to control the group. He was in charge of the group. But he says, "The king is dead, long live the king." So they're in England. Now, was that kind of a thing? Because this was out 1 year before the Queen died. And then, after that, we know that King Charles wound up taking over. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but I'm just throwing this out there. Could this be what happens to King Charles? Does he wind up crazy? So the show came out, this episode came out October 29th, 2021. The Queen died September 8th of 2022, and then King Charles took over May 6th of 2023. So why would they say that in there? So if you look at this was, for countries, certain countries used to use this phrase. So when the one king died, the next king, they said, long live the king. So the next king would live long. That was the thing saying, hopefully the next king will live long. So England wasn't really on that list because it was always a queen. There was one little part where they said England is okay, such as the United Kingdom, blah blah blah. This part here, but this one, it wasn't a king that died and then King Charles took over for a king. He took over for a queen. So I just thought that was really weird that they used that. Episode 3, really fast to go back. It was called Orion, and Orion is the constellation, one of the most well-known. Let me show you one more thing about. This is another weird thing I found. I just looked, I just put in the king is dead, long live the king, and then something came up with this. X is dead, long live X. And I thought that was really weird too. Where is all this stuff coming from with X? So I don't know how X got into here, but it did. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where the X came from. Where's the X here? I don't even know how it got there, but I just thought it was another weird coincidence. I found that. Okay, so anyway, going back to Orion. Now, it's also really weird too, because I just threw out a theory that what if Betelgeuse, whoops, did I not do it? What if Betelgeuse is actually Planet X? Or maybe Planet X is in that vicinity where Betelgeuse is, and they'll just say, because if it supernovas, then it's going to be bright flash, and then we'll see it. What if they're using that as an excuse for Planet X, and they're just saying, "Oh, it's just Betelgeuse." But where am I at? Okay, going over here. So it's weird. Betelgeuse is there, and then just a weird theory that maybe Betelgeuse is actually Planet X. And it's the second. Betelgeuse is the second brightest star in Orion, so that's kind of strange too. And Betelgeuse is also Alpha Orionis. It's just weird, all these coincidences. And if anybody can come up with other things with this too, please, feel free to put it in the comments. So at the very end of this episode 4, this is what I've been thinking that the aliens were doing. There was these at the very beginning. There was these people that wound up getting buried in the sand, in the dirt, sand, and it was. And then this other guy, soldiers, they were in Afghanistan, and the same thing happened. They met this, whatever it was, alien thing, and when they were shooting at it, it sent out a big blast, and it buried them all in the sand. And actually 2 of the guys made it out, I guess, but one Mama dying. But anyway, what it was, it showed at the very end of the episode frequencies. So there were certain frequencies that made it. If you remember, if you see like they put like a thing of sand and then they put frequencies and it moves and forms into certain patterns and shapes and stuff. It's like that. So it just like bzz, and it moved the sand and it buried them. I don't know, it's just weird stuff. So August 23rd is the new season. So I forgot to look at that, seeing if there was anything that's coming up on August 23rd. I'm just throwing all this stuff is just weird stuff. So I'm not going to, maybe August 23rd is a day that something could happen. Maybe contact, or we finally totally prove that the aliens are here, or maybe King, not being here anymore on that day happens. King Charles. I don't know, just throw it out, that stuff. It's just really strange. But what if, because there's two sides with the aliens, they're friendly, they're evil, they're trying to destroy us. But if they did, wouldn't they've already done it? That's whatever. But what is if they we say that they brought this virus down and it's killing us, it's killing all the people, and then we go up against the aliens, so they're bad, so we're trying to attack them. Or what if they coming down and they have the cure? So there's another possibility there too. I don't know. That's just weird. It's like everything just was, one thing led to another. And, it was weird when they said the counties, the center, Blair and Clinton. And it's weird because, most people would have not thought nothing of it. But for some reason, it clicked in my head right away. This might be something. And then I looked into it. For some reason, I have this weird ability to pick out these weird hidden messages in these shows and movies and stuff. And sometimes it's something that, it would just be so subtle that nobody would notice. But for some reason, I do. So there's that. I'm sorry that it took so long to get through all of this. Let me see if there's anything else. But we're already at 38 minutes right now. I think that might be it. But wow, a lot of weird, crazy things in here. Okay. Oops. I'm going to try something really fast. But I think I'm done. Oh, I was hoping it would come up. There we go. Okay. Let me. Come on. Things don't work right. I'm just going to check something to see if anything happened on October 29th. Because that was the day of the King is Dead episode. That's 22nd. Why does it go back to that? I didn't say 22nd. I said 29th. Come on. Just going back to that. Weird. It won't let me do it. I'm wasting time. Sorry. I just want to see if anything else comes up with that. 21. Really fast. Oh, wow. On October 29, 2021, in what might be a first for science. Here, let me throw it up there. This is weird. Where's it at? There it is. Researchers say they may have discovered a new planet in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, gosh, I don't want to look at. we'll go with the New York Times real fast in case there's something that happened. Oh, that's something. Worker shortages. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. All right, I guess that's it. But let me know what you guys think. I thought that was really crazy. This whole rabbit hole I kind of fell down. I wrote down all this notes and stuff, and I think that's it. So let me look on my phone because I just put something on my phone to look up. I'll let you guys go. Wajo. Oh, Wajo. They used the word Wajo. The astronaut said that right before something slammed into their shuttle, and it was something large. Wajo is like a warning term, but it translates to castle in English. So they said that maybe whatever hit the shuttle was the size of a castle. I don't know if that is anything either. All right. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys think. I just thought it was very, very crazy, everything that was in there. I'm glad I finally got this video done. Crazy. Thanks for watching. God bless.